In this short video, I'm gonna show you how to repurpose your TikTok videos into Twitter threads, LinkedIn text posts, and also image carousels that you can post on Instagram and also on LinkedIn. So let's do this. So here's my Twitter account, and you can see here I have a Twitter post that also became a Twitter thread. And if you're not familiar with a Twitter thread, it's just a number of tweets that are connected together to form a longer story. Because as you know, each Twitter post can only be a certain number of characters. So a Twitter thread is how you put together several posts to make a longer point. Now in my automation system, it always starts with my content machine inbox. Here I would just take one of my TikTok posts and I would simply drag it into my inbox. From there, it's gonna get pulled into my Airtable database, my content engine. This is where I do all of my content automation. And I have a view set up here that is gonna automatically transcribe all the videos that come into the system. And that triggers a Zapier process, which simply converts that video into audio so that I can send it to a platform called Descript. So I send that video to Cloud Convert, and I also have a step in the process here. This helps me extract the file URL from Cloud Convert when it's done converting the file to audio. I take the file that was created in Cloud Convert and I upload it to Google Drive because I need that audio file stored on Google Drive in order for me to send it to Descript. And the Descript is going to go ahead and do the transcription of that original video file. Once that process takes place, you're going to see that my content machine helps me separate that content into two different types. One is text and one is the vertical video. The vertical video can obviously be published to TikTok and to Instagram and to YouTube Shorts, but the text post can be published to platforms like LinkedIn or your email list. It's actually quite flexible. Here's a sample of the transcribed text. You can see it's just a block of text that was taken from the video. I'll go through that text or somebody else will, and they'll just clean it up. It's quite easy for someone else to edit this, like a copywriter, because it's already in your own voice. They're just going through it and cleaning it up and putting it into separated lines. From there, you can see I can just make that text post directly on a platform like LinkedIn. This post was originally a video, but it made for a great LinkedIn text post. Then I've got another automation that will help me trigger this to push to Twitter. And the way I do that is I have a trigger that again is triggered when something shows up in this view in Airtable. Then I run this action, which takes a Google Doc and helps me pull that into Zapier. You can see if I click here, it's just running a function that pulls in that Google Doc and turns it into text, which I can then format a bit more in the next action. All I'm really doing here is making sure that I separate the lines from each other so that when they go out onto Twitter, they come through as different tweets. Then all I have to do is take the output of this action here and I send it to a platform called Typefully. And Typefully is just a platform that lets me send them a series of text lines. And you can see here, this action in Zapier simply broke apart the message into separate lines so that when I send it to Typefully, it can break those different lines into separate tweets. And that's how I was able to build out this Twitter thread here. The next thing I'm going to do is automatically build out slide decks like this that you can push out to different platforms like LinkedIn and Instagram. And I'll take these separate lines and I'll use Google Slides to automatically insert those separate lines into different images so that I can create slide decks just like this. So if you also want to turn your TikTok videos into really stunning carousels for social media like on LinkedIn or Instagram, make sure to stay tuned and like and subscribe to the channel because I'll be coming out with future automation videos that tell you how to do just that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you on the next one.